Hi, welcome to my quiet felt activity busy book I made for my little one. I just did something really quick. I hope that you enjoyed. It's really simple and I want to walk you through the steps on how I made it. Take a look. 00J Love. Like, comment, subscribe. So I use this heat and bun, and what this does for me, all I have to do with it is iron it. It makes the page stiff for me. I needed to find a circle and I did a freestyle. I was thinking, what if I could make it a mirror? The plate I got was just from the arts and craft, one of those shiny plates from the birthday area from Walmart. I used the clock to make a circle. I found some colors from my felt page. I'm just doing a quick cut. I'm gonna cut out a hole for a face so it's gonna be like a little mirror, and I wanted to protect the ends of it. I did draw a template of everything that I wanted to do. It's on my paper and you can't really see it. I'm cleaning up my edges. I use my paper clip on one end so that it can stay in place and so that the wheel doesn't mess up again since I cleaned up my edges. I set them or situated the colors pretty much where I wanted them. This is my learning book. So I'm getting started for a toddler activity. Now, this is my shiny, brilliant scribble. This is my puff fabric paint. And I use that so that I can stencil. I just free-handed everything. I did a pencil and then I went to see if that's the position I wanted it. And then I saw this paper with some numbers because my handwriting really sucks, but I freestyled the numbers trying to imitate it what's on this coloring page. And so I just did a basic 1, 2, 3 because, like I say again, it's for a 1-year-old, a toddler, someone under 2. And I just did something basic and what I felt like was really quick and not too hard to do. So I just did a 1, 2, 3. And I did my felt, and I use like 2 and 1 so that it can be thick enough to be durable. So I just folded in half and cut. I just glue a corner so that I can hold the position. Once I think the glue is in position, then I glue all of it, both sides into one. And then I just do a layout. How do I want it to look? And I got my Velcro and I usually stick my rough end down and I want the soft end on the moving part. Then I just did another on my stencil or my layout, my pages that I designed. I did a square, a circle, and a triangle. So I just chose basic colors. And I wanted to keep it very simple. And so again, I folded them in half when I cut them out so that it's gonna be thick enough and a little durable. And then I just got my Velcro and stuck them on the back. Then what I decided to do was trace it and use my fabric paint to just do an outline to give it a little bit of more matching, the circle with the circle and the triangle with the triangle, and match the colors. So it's just a little extra learning. And I said, let me do it for my numbers as well. And I just went with pretty basic numbers. I didn't have a purple, so what I did was I tried to mix the colors to make purple, and it ended up looking brown. But I tried. This is how I did my cow and chicken. I just did it with a fine pen or something and just made the design and freehand them. So this is where I took my material. and I did a 2.5 inch, and then I fold the sides in. This is for my bookend, and then I fold it in the middle, and that's how I make my edges. Really simple. So I'll write some measurements in the comments. I just usually for my edges, because it depends on what size page I use. That's what it really depends on. And so what I do when I fold it, and especially the corners, I try to get the angle, and I try to fold in the direction that I'm gonna sew on my sewing machine, so my sewing machine doesn't get stuck. And I like to make handles out of ribbons. So you see me making my handles, just really something quick. The main thing is to make sure that your handles are both the same size. And then I just use paper clips and bobby pins, and this is my second page that I'm doing. This book only has 2 full pages. I use 4 sheets because the page itself is fabric, and then my bookends is fabric, but my circles and square, my activity itself is felt for the durability of it. I always like to do the left side of my pages. That's going to be my rough end, because that's usually my ends of the book. This is another book that I have to finish, so I wanted to go ahead and get this because I was charged up to make sure that I finished this book, because my little girl likes her big sister's book, and that one is a little bit much for her. So I said, let me make something really, really simple for baby girl. And this is what I'm talking about. Make sure your edges are fold towards the direction of you sewing on your sewing machine. And then I just pull my paper clips or bobby pins or whatever I use to hold the pages together. And my color wheel, I pent those colors down so I don't sew on them. Then I wanted to make my bookend, and I just used some leftover material, and I pinned it down, and I was wanting to do the inside. This is my first time only using 2 pages. So I just used leftover material again from my bookends, and I used it for my midsection. It just made it look much better and cleaner. And I pinned those ends down with just regular pins, or I could have used paper clips or something else, something similar. And this is my book, really, really simple. I put like a little something to keep the book closed for the child while they carry it in their hand. And I have my 1, 2, 3, and it comes off really easy. Like, comment, subscribe. 00J Love. Is there something else you want me to make or try to? Let me know. Thanks. I hope you enjoyed.